Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've seen a lot of cheap kayaks and paddleboards out there that try to do too much and end up doing nothing well. They're either too flimsy to stand on, too cramped to sit in, or just plain awkward to move around. But then there's this one hybrid from Perception Kayaks called the Hi Life 11, and it actually gets the balance right. It's like they took the best parts of a sit-on-top kayak and a stand-up paddleboard and mashed them together into something that just works. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what makes this thing stand out? First off, it's 11 feet long, which gives you enough stability to stand up and paddle like a board, but it's still narrow enough to glide through the water without feeling like you're wrestling a barge. I took it out on a calm lake with my nephew and my dog, and we all fit comfortably. The front and rear swim decks are low to the water with hand grabs, so getting back on after a swim is way easier than those super high-sided kayaks that feel like you're climbing a ladder. I mean, have you ever tried to get back into a kayak after a swim only to find yourself struggling to pull yourself up and over the side? It's not exactly the most elegant or safe experience, especially if you're trying to get a kid or a pet back on board. But with the Hi Life 11, those low sides and hand grabs make all the difference. The seat is another game changer. It's elevated, so you're sitting higher than most kayaks, which makes paddling feel more natural and less hunched over. I mean, we've all been there. You're out on the water, paddling away, and before you know it, your back is aching and your shoulders are screaming at you to stop. But with the Hi Life 11, the elevated seat really helps to reduce that strain, so you can paddle for longer without feeling like you need to take a break. The backrest folds down if you want to lie back and soak up the sun, and the padding is thick enough that even after a couple hours you're not feeling that seat pain. There's also a drink holder right there on the side, so you can keep your water or soda within arm's reach without worrying about it tipping over. It's those little touches that really show that the designers were thinking about the user experience, Storage is smart too. There's a sealed hatch in the middle that's big enough for a small cooler or a dry bag with snacks and sunscreen. I tossed in a 6-pack and a couple towels, and it all fit without making the kayak feel top-heavy. The sides have bungee cords if you want to strap down a water bottle or a dry bag, which is handy for keeping essentials within reach without digging through a hatch. I mean, how many times have you been out on the water and realized you left your snack or your sun hat on the shore? With the Hi Life 11, you can stash all your gear within easy reach, so you can focus on enjoying the experience rather than worrying about where you put your stuff. One thing I really like is how it handles kids and pets. My dog, who's about 40 pounds, hopped on the rear deck and just chilled while we paddled. The low sides make it easy for little ones to climb on without the risk of tipping, and the hand grabs give you something solid to hold onto if you're trying to steady the kayak while someone's getting settled. I was a bit worried about taking my dog out on the water at first, but the Hi Life 11 really put my mind at ease. He loved it. By the way, he just sat there, nose in the wind, enjoying the ride. And my nephew, who's still getting the hang of kayaking, felt really comfortable and secure, even when we were paddling through some choppy water. It's also surprisingly easy to transport. At around 55 pounds, it's not featherweight, but it's got molded-in handles on the sides and ends, so you can carry it like a suitcase instead of wrestling with straps. Overall, the Perception Hi Life 11 is one of those rare hybrids that actually delivers on its promise. It's stable enough to stand on, roomy enough for a couple of people and gear, and comfortable enough to spend a whole afternoon out on the water. If you're looking for a do-it-all kayak that won't break the bank or your back, this one's worth a closer look. Whether you're a seasoned paddler or just starting out, the Hi Life 11 is a great choice for anyone who wants to get out on the water and enjoy the ride. Check it out using the link below if it sounds like your kind of adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.